Welcome. Welcome. It's really amazing to see all of you here. My name is Marla. I'm the president of the board of directors. We welcome all the members of Adat Shalom are here, all our family, and all our guests. If it's the first time you're here, welcome to our sanctuary and to our community. Tonight we're going to enjoy an amazing evening of classical and Jewish music. We'll be treated to performance by two renowned musicians who will play in our home and our sanctuary. Before we get to introducing the musicians in tonight's program, I want to thank the Alvin and Violet Harris Memorial Fund for sponsoring tonight's concert, and I want to thank the Vidor Insurance Company and Karen Michelle Halazi for your sponsorship as well. I'd like to give a special thank you to Michael Rosoff, whose love of music and love of our community, along with his connection to these artists, brought us tonight's performance. So we appreciate you and all the hard work you've done to make tonight possible. And a big thank you to Rena Lee as well. Not just hours today, but hours and hours and hours weeks before. So thank you so much, both of you. You thought you would get away without announcements, but since I have the mic, before we get started, I just want to highlight three things that are coming up. It's never too late to put them on your calendar, even before you leave tonight. Even though we're about to enjoy a beautiful evening of music, our thoughts and our hearts are not far from the war that's going on in Israel and to our brothers and sisters that are in captivity. In a couple of weeks, we will be having a guest speaker by the name of Amit Musae, who was at the Nova Festival. I'll do it in a minute. Who was at the Nova Festival on October 7th and survived. He'll be speaking to our community via Zoom on February 11th, and I encourage you all to come hear his story and be witnessed. In addition, on April 11th, a gentleman by the name of Sassi Reuven will come and speak to our community about his experience being at Entebbe in 1976, and that will be an in-person event here at our synagogue. And finally, on May 14th, the Braid Jewish Theater will perform on our stage an evening of theater in honor of Yom HaZikaron and Yom HaAtzmaut. So again, those are all in your brochure that you got tonight. They're all on our website. You can call me, I'll remind you. Please come. Just before I end, if anyone has a cell phone on you, please silence it. We ask you not to let it ring, take photos or video during the performance. And I'm going to turn the mic over to Michael to introduce our performers.
Thank you very much, Marla, and good evening to everyone. We are privileged tonight in this lovely setting to have with us two extraordinary musicians, Barry Gold and Gavin Martin, who are bringing us a very interesting program. Barry and I have known each other for quite a few years now, and I am delighted to have Gavin's recent acquaintance. Barry, a native of Los Angeles, began his career as a cellist very early, and as a teenager was a prize winner and recipient of a Young Musicians Foundation scholarship. He attended the prestigious Juilliard School in New York City, participated in innumerable musical festivals, has now been a member of LA Phil for 42 years, and is also principal cello of the LA Jewish Symphony. And Barry teaches the instrument as well. How he has time for all of his professional, personal, and family activities is anyone's guess. And we're delighted to have Barry's wife, Sonia, here in the audience tonight. In early March, Barry will be performing with members of the LA Phil in a chamber concert at the Disney, in case anyone is interested in that. And a word about Barry's cello. It was made in Paris in the 19th century by the highly regarded luthier Georges Chanot. At the time, French stringed instrument craftsmanship was at its peak, and I think you'll enjoy hearing not only Barry, but the instrument that he plays. and Gavin. Gavin is an exceptional pianist. From India, he passed through the Royal College of Music in London and then to the United States, where he secured admission to the Curtis Institute in Philadelphia, a school almost impossible to get into. And yet, there he won their esteemed Rachmaninoff Prize. Gavin is an experienced soloist and chamber musician, and his performances with orchestra include, 30 years ago, a debut with the New York Philharmonic under Zubin Mehta. Gavin's wife, Joanne Pierce Martin, whom you will see on stage with Gavin in a few moments, is also a pianist, and they perform regularly together 4-hand and 2-piano repertoire. Perhaps just as notable as Gavin's ability at the keyboard is his passion for skydiving and aerobatic flying. He and Joanne pilot their aerobatics aircraft together. Be sure to ask them about this later at the dessert reception. As for myself, Gavin's piano technique is already dizzying enough. So let's now welcome Barry and Gavin. Their program, which lasts just a little over an hour, will be played without intermission, and I hope that you enjoy it very much.
Amen.